Welcome to the third episode of the Riff Pit. I'll be showing you some picked arpeggios that kind of progress as they go. It's just a little short one, but uses all the fingers and has some opportunities for some hammer-ons and little pick squeals that make it sound even better. So we start this riff on the G string right here at the 9th fret. So we start there, we'll go 9, 12 on the G, 11 on the C string, 9 on the F string, 10 on the A, 9 again on the D, and then 12 on the D, and then we slide from 12 to 14. So far it's and then for the way down, starting at this 14, then we go 14, and then we pull off to the 10th fret on the D as well. After you pull off the 14 to the 10, then we'll go 12 on the A, 11 on the F, on the C we'll do 12, and then 14 on your G string. It's a very common figure in metal sweeping, but if you try to pick each note and do kind of different things and hammer-ons and pull-offs and little squeals instead, it becomes a lot more interesting. Why do you gotta sweep everything? So now, totally for this riff, our notes are all together very slowly. The picking pattern for this riff, when you start on the 9, the first from the 9 to the 12 is going to be a hammer-on. So we do that first hammer-on, and then we start after that with downstroke on your 11 right here, and then alternate your picking all the way up to the D string. Once we get there, we'll just do a hammer-on to the 12 on the D. And then this next one, you need to pick it separately and slide it up. So like this. Then we can come back down from the top right there and kind of do the opposite of what we did on the way up as far as the picking pattern. And we'll pull off from 14 to 10 on the D. And then starting with the downstroke, alternate all the way down the exact same. On the 14 on the G string, we'll pull off to the 10th fret, and then just quickly slide to the 9th. Like that. I've just added that note so it can kind of be a repeating pattern. I'll show you an example later how to kind of play around with it and use it. So you can add some little pick squeals at the top and bottom of this riff and kind of spice it up even more. Like that. Sounds really cool, I think. I made a variation on this riff, kind of give it some flavor and head in another direction, see where I could go. So we start here. And then the same notes as the other figure all the way up. So it's slide from 12 to 14. And then 12 on the C. 11 on the F, 12 on the A, 10 on the D, and then we'll hammer on to the 14 from the 10 on that high string. And then we can use a downward slide with our pinky from the 14 to the 12. So that's a hammer-on and then a slide down. And then we will actually pull off to the 9 from the 12 as well to go back down with it. After you pull off to that 9, then you go 10 on the A, 9 on the F, 11 on the C, 12 on the G. This is where I added the note to keep the repeating pattern again right here. So we're going to pull off, hammer on, and then slide back up. So 12, pull off to 9, hammer back on to 12, and then slide up to 14. So, all in, this riff goes. You can obviously play it as fast as you want and murder me in speed. That's cool. You can also play around and actually sweep this riff. And here are a couple examples of how you would utilize something like this. For me personally, I like to be as creative as I can with it while still making the riff fun and challenging to play. This riff is played in a 7/4 time signature. So here's an example of how to use figure 1. As you get more experience with that riff, you will kind of see how well it flows with the picking pattern when you start really moving along with it. So I'll show you figure 2 in a 7/4 beat as well, but the drums are kind of written with more of an off-time feel to give you an idea of where you can go with this stuff. So those are the 2 exercises. I hope they help you. I'd suggest playing around with them. Use different figures with the same pattern, alternate your picking, make it slower, make it, you know, like an off-time beat, or go way fast. That will wrap up this riff pit session. Tabs and picking pattern laid out in the description to the video right there, so if you have any comments or suggestions or questions or anything, just feel free to let me know. Highly appreciated. I still haven't come up with a sign-off yet, so shred on. Someone's probably already using that though. Okay, bye.